Folks, we are live. I don't like the way the chat's looking. May have to adjust that a little bit. Let's see. I wish there was a way to save the settings. That's a bit better.
What they changed it somehow?
Yeah, they changed it. It's supposed to be better. It's not better.
Yeah, like most things.
But in any case, folks, just a quick heads up, a little bit of a warning. Literally right before we went live, the power went out for about a second. Included rebooting the computer, taking out the internet, the lights, all that wonderful stuff. Now, the neighborhood next to us, literally a block and a half away, had a power outage. How many nights ago, Rach?
Three.
3 nights or so ago. We had some rain. Apparently,
Luna.
if you don't know, New York City does a lot of like heavy salting, and some of our power lines run underground. So when you have a lot of runoff, today we hit like I don't know upper 40s with snow and it's still sticking around from a couple of weeks ago. What's the doggy doing?
I don't know. She seems to have something. Oh. You could run. You can't run. You can't hide. No, man.
Yes, happy Valentine's Day, Foogs, and to everybody else watching.
Oh, my Luna.
What did she do?
She found some kind of... Oh, this must be that painter's tape again.
Oh, from
Let
yesterday?
me try to tape the pad down with here. I'm going to put you here. And look, you were so excited about this. Yes, and you are again. Here we go. Enjoy that for the show.
My ear trumpet, thank you again. He's our gift
Oh wow, already.
Pseudo TPK, enjoy the gift. So yeah, I was in a little bit of a panic right before we went live because I was literally working on the settings for the chat.
That's a happy dog.
When power went off briefly. So if you happen to if we happen to drop, you will know why. Okay.
Obviously, we would try again.
Yes. I was getting ready. This was like earlier in the week with us, we had lights that flickered, but nothing actually shut down. We didn't lose internet at all at any point. But
how many days were those families out?
The vast majority were out for about 8 hours or less.
Oh, okay.
They were
so by the next morning.
They were like nearly 6,000 households.
Oh, okay.
That I was tracking it. Which probably means I should look for a Con Edison outage map. Here we go.
They might not need to know all the.
Well, we might need to know.
We might.
There's same area as last time.
Oh, they got it again.
But there's apparently it just happened, and there are 7 customers without lights.
Wow, only 7.
Only 7.
Well, that's good.
Actually, it's not quite the same area. This time it's Rigo. Nothing right by us. This was the I would say it's close enough to be the same crapoli. But again, I want to warn you all. We already were in the holy crap. Do I just log in from my phone and give you all a happy from the dark? Because nobody knows, does one? But any case, roundup of the last week. Again, as you get older, doctor's appointments become part of your routine.
Yeah.
So
social life.
My social life. So what do we have this week? We had the
oh gosh, what did we have?
The podiatrist was this week.
Yeah, we had podiatry on Tuesday.
I mean, and the podiatry is like a family affair. Rach and I go back to back.
Oh yeah. We take turns paying each other's copay.
You can ride in this one, Erik. I got you. I got you, darling.
And then Wednesday, I had the endocrine.
Yep.
Friday, I had some scans at the cardiology. And I was supposed to have my stress test done.
She was all excited about her stress test, folks, just so you understand.
Well, I was excited to be able to try the treadmill.
Uh-huh.
I still get to be excited because they had to cancel it because the provider who does it was out today. And so it's rescheduled for the 9th of March. So let's see, I go back Monday for the rest of the scans, and then that March 9th appointment for the stress test.
The stress test.
And I'm just happy to be, in a position where I can choose, to maybe not have to have that medicine that makes me very uncomfortable. They give you
that one-time injection. Yeah.
They give you they give you in your IV something that stresses your heart so that you don't have to not run. I don't think they ever have you running, but to have to walk more strenuously than usual.
Right.
It's a brisk walk. And so they increase the speed, or also maybe the incline. I guess it depends on what they need to do to get your heart to the place where they get what they need. I would think mine would be pretty quick. That I would get to that place pretty quickly, but who knows? Especially if you're not taking the metoprolol, then your heart is gonna be able to reach higher numbers, which I guess is what they're looking to do. So, but no, it makes me happy to be able to have that choice, because basically I felt like when I had it done like 5 years ago, I was like, oh my God, this must be what people feel like when they have a panic attack. This is really uncomfortable. I don't like it. They're like, breathe. And I keep breathing. And I'm like, yeah, I don't like it. And I was like, my heart is beating in my ears right now. This is really uncomfortable.
and so that's
They're all laughing at me.
As they should be. It's like, well, we wanted to stress you. We are apparently under stress.
Yeah, they succeeded. But hopefully, maybe my body mind will be able to tolerate that more. To get if my body is able to get itself there and understand why it's doing that.
Excuse me.
Or like when you're just sitting still and like in a chair, and they give it to you, and you're just like kind of sitting there, you're kind of like, whoa, huh?
See, I'll always have to get medicated because I'm under so many medications. I probably can't stress my heart to that extent. Excuse me, tickle in my throat. Fubu says I can never seem to stay on those treadmills. Too uncoordinated.
Yeah, I know. That's my fear. I'm like, I know my treadmill. And I'm wondering if I'll be able to like be comfortable like with like the edges and where things are at on it. Like I'm not touching any buttons, so that there's a a whole other fear out of the equation, that I don't have to squint at buttons and say and increase or decrease the speed or whatever, or find out which program or find out what it does once I enter it, because but yeah, we'll see. And it's not a guarantee. I don't know if I'll be able to make my heart do what they need it to do.
Right.
In that case, then I have to have that medicine and just breathe my way through with that.
Breathe. Just breathe.
Yeah, meanwhile, I was wearing a shirt that said "Let that shit go." It had the Buddha on it.
You were well set. So I want to make sure I greet everybody that's here. Obviously, Fugly. Sausage Head. They were going to sing a song as we were running late.
Oh.
A late song for everyone to sing along because, of course, that was Fugly stirring the shit. Just
say, what song do they want to sing?
Well, the Sausage Head would suggested 99 beers, but Robert, welcome. My ear trumpet greetings from Australia, where it's Sunday, the day after Valentine's Day. So, in other words, you experienced Friday the 13th, the day before the rest of us.
Yep.
Foovy wants me to use those mega YouTube bucks to buy a generator. What are the hand cranks?
Oh, God. Yeah, maybe they could put it in like pedals. You could just sit on the shelf.
And do you stress test? I don't think so. I'm just saying. Mr. Rourke, Thunder, Thundercats, ho! That's not the song we're going to be singing.
Oh.
Yes. Sausage Head also said stress before the stress. And I get that white coat syndrome. My blood pressure goes up in the doctor's office. I used to get that.
I used to too.
Until I started going to doctors like, I don't know, other people go to. Well, what's something that you would go to and actually not stress about? I don't know. I guess I stress more over getting a haircut, but I am Samson. But I used to always stress with doctor's visits, but I've got so many doctors that I see on a regular basis.
Yeah, I used to get that too. Even with primary care, maybe 10 years ago. But lately I haven't had it so much. Or maybe the medication, the metoprolol keeps that good. Actually, I had it one time. I don't think it was white coat syndrome. I think it was just everything syndrome. Like everything had just reopened after. After the Rona, and I was going in for a doctor's appointment in the city, and I had to go on my own on the train, and I hadn't been in the trains, and I'd heard terrible things about what was happening in the trains. So I was a little nervous about going in there, and like everybody was still like masked up, but it was still open. And so like I was nervous about that, and then the doctor's office had moved from Park Avenue South up to 53rd Street. So it was a new place, new navigation, not hard navigation at all, but just to find the numbers on the building to make sure
right,
you're getting to the right floor and the right place on time and all of that good stuff. And so when I got in, and I had forgotten to take my medication that morning. So
a twofer.
Yeah, so it was all the whammies. And so I walked in and they took my blood pressure, and they're like, you have really high blood pressure. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to take my meds this morning. And and then like they're like, well, let's just talk, and so like she's trying to be like very reassuring, the nurse, and she's we're talking about and I was telling her about just like how maybe it's just because a new location to navigate, a new getting in the trains after the pandemic, and all of that stuff. And then it came down. Like she's like, okay, we'll check it in the end. And so I saw the doctor, we did everything we needed to do, and it was fine. And then my blood pressure was normal as I was leaving.
As normal as our blood pressure gets.
Yeah.
But so again, it's Valentine's Day. It's weird because next week, oh my god, it's almost like this. Next weekend, by the way, I got to figure out when we're going to do Gamers House, because Sunday, I believe
Don't you
is
have the two guys, Joe and Joe?
yeah, but that's at 9 o'clock. So maybe Sunday we'll do a 7:30 to 8:30 Gamers Health. Joseph Pilkus, happy Valentine's Day, you two crazy kids.
Thank you.
My wife and
To
I are
you
currently
too.
engaged on a board game, and I'm currently winning, but anything can happen. Depends on how competitive your wife is, dude. I'm just gonna warn you, man. Just gonna warn you. I started playing Ticket to Ride to actually win, and this is going back years ago with Rach and my mother, and I got in trouble.
He did.
I got. Why are you doing that? Uh,
What is your problem?
It's
Why are you messing with my train?
yeah, it's strategy. Well, then I can't get
I
my
was going there. What is your problem?
Well, then I
The
can't
two
get.
of us were doing that. Me and you're wrong.
Then I can't get my train.
Somehow at the end of it, we were like, we just gang up on him.
Yeah. Joseph, she does not play co-op games, so that should tell you how competitive she is.
Oh no.
Okay, well, Ticket to Ride is not a competitive. It is a competitive game, unless you play it in the 10-car household, in which case you better not be competitive. Just build your trains.
Well, we
build
played
your
the
line.
other Carcassonne, and that was very nice, right? Wasn't
Yeah,
that more cooperative?
I guess so. But yeah, I got in trouble for being competitive. You shouldn't be the competitive one.
You shouldn't mess with people's trains for no reason.
Don't mess with my trains, damn it. Yes, I actually tried to win. Have they met gamers? Well, at the time, I don't think Rach had really gone to a game convention at that point.
No, never.
No, so now that she's met
My board gaming was pretty limited. I'd try to play with my brother and my all four of us would play, and then like one of us would start to beat one of my brothers, and that particular brother would start winging especially Risk. Would start winging like the pieces at you, hit like toss the board. It was drama. So that's why I'm just like, we should play a nice game. Especially when you're courting someone.
Something that doesn't no diplomacy is not a good game to make friends with.
Oh my god.
I played that in college.
Diplomacy, was that the one that we played? No, that was Civilization.
That was Civilization, which probably is another game.
It's another one because people can really screw you with those cards.
But Diplomacy is a diceless game. It's all about making deals and breaking deals. No, it's not a good one to make friends with or keep friends with. Joseph, I know that I've told you many times in your videos, but I want to mention it here to your lovely bride. Your videos are exceptionally insightful, intelligent, and inspiring, even to a 40-plus year DM.
Good stuff.
Well, I will say that this is the one that and when I say allows me, I say it half jokingly, but it's true. Because here, let's put things in perspective. I do live streams for sometimes 5 nights a week. I put up a video a day, off and on this very computer where we're filming this live. But there's a reason why this computer is in our little living room and not in a separate room. So when I'm working on stuff, like I'm working on the script, if I'm working on I don't edit, but if I'm working on tweaks or I'm working on the proper prompts to get ChatGPT to throw out a usable thumbnail, Rach is often behind me, literally behind where my head is, sitting in her chair, and maybe the dog is out here. So I try to find ways that even if it isn't fully quality time, we have time together, but we have. Remember, thank God that we're both retired.
Yeah.
So if I'm spending, I don't know, I'm going to pull a number out of my ass. If I spend 2 hours a day, All right, if I include the live streams, we're probably on an average about 3 hours a day. If I spend about 3 hours a day working on this channel, or 20 hours a week, and by the way, there's no days off. You're always trying to squeeze something in. We're retired, so we're going out to lunch, we're going out to dinner, we're going out to doctor's appointments, we're going out and walking a dog, we're watching YouTube,
Mhm.
we were watching Fallout recently. We get our time together, but that's the important part. We don't silo ourselves. The only
Right, and there's certain things like that, like if something means something, something is really meaningful to your partner,
Mhm.
you don't want to compete with that.
Well, but it's not even.
You want to let the person enjoy that, and have your own things to enjoy,
Right.
and
Pan.
exactly. Handpan yoga, you know.
Everybody needs a hobby, and if you have a hobby, I really think you should enjoy it.
Yeah.
This is a hobby for me, and I get a lot. I get a lot of enjoyment out of it.
Yeah, and you don't take it away. You don't demand that somebody move that stuff to the back burner.
Stop that! Stop it! I even have my parents trained, because literally, as I was trying to get everything set to get up, my mother calls on her cell phone. Like, "Did you lose power? Do you have your power back?" I'm like, "Yeah, we lost it for about a second." And she goes, "All right, just need to check in. Good luck on your live stream."
Yeah, she knows.
She knows this. My father doesn't know. My father
No.
will never know. My father will be standing beside me in a live stream, waiting patiently to talk to me. All right, it's a little bit of exaggeration, but
We'll get it after a few minutes and go away.
Yeah, but no, it's and listen, we're talking Valentine's Day. This stuff that I do, a lot of it probably wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Rach. Rach encouraged me to get into blogging in the first time. When
you were talking about it, and
she was 100%
something that you enjoy doing, and
yeah. But I didn't even know I'd enjoy doing it. But you're like, hey, you got stuff you want to write, and and by the way, it's
because I didn't understand what blogs. I had no idea about what blogs were. You know,
well,
you were like explaining all this stuff to me. I'm like, oh yeah, man, go for it. That's cool.
Yeah. But I mean, and honestly, when I do stuff like this, like when I was blogging, I was blogging 3, 4, 5 times a day at the height when I was still working. And that's part of the reason why when I do these videos, I'm doing, even if I'm recording a lot of video, I'm probably record, like tomorrow's video is recorded. I need to get like probably 2 more done before I go to sleep tonight. So I'll have Monday and Tuesday ready, and then tomorrow get Wednesday, Thursday, and then Monday and Tuesday get Friday, Saturday. So what I'm at TotalCon end of the Thursday through Sunday. I don't want to have to worry about putting videos up. I want them, and it might not be live streams, but I want the regular videos
Here's
to be
the
done.
question: are you gonna bring you gotten a camera?
It's right over here on the side. Hold on.
Something.
Yeah,
a little camera.
Yeah, I did. Hold on. No, that's the flashlight. That's nice.
Something that was going to make it easier for you to interview people.
Yes.
Sort of on the go, on the spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's the handle.
Oh, that's just a handle?
That's the handle for it. Hold on. This is the actual camera.
Yeah, it's not just the glider?
No, it's not the go. It's not the. It's not the. No,
Oh.
but it's a little. It's a little camera, and here's the lens. You got a little screen.
What's that thing called?
It's not the GoPro.
It's no, the GoPro's bigger.
Yeah, this is a
That's in the other room.
DJI Pocket 3.
Yes. Okay.
And I have headphones.
I get some letters and numbers.
I have some wireless microphones to go along with this.
And so, are you going to bring that and bring
I'm gonna bring that, but that's probably stuff that will be content in the weeks after I'm home.
right, and then like, are you gonna bring Feltothraxes to interview people?
As interesting as that might be, probably not.
I
Maybe
thought that would be really fucking cute.
if I was going to bring Feltothraxis to interview people, because remember, Feltothraxis takes one hand, and the camera takes
Oh, I'll be with you
at
maybe at
DonCon, WizardCon.
yeah.
Yes. So but yeah, no, and by the way, that was Rachel supporting me, like, yeah, you get that camera. I'm like, it ain't cheap. She goes, you'll get used to it.
That's your Christmas. That was
know.
Christmas, you
I
know.
know.
So
But so Douglas, I don't like cooperative games, especially in cards. I not only play to win, but to crush. Playing growing up during the heyday of championship Nebraska Cornhusker football.
oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah, just growing up, like if you started to win, it was like dangerous.
dangerous. Um, Joseph, long live the index card. Sausage Head wasn't an old SPI game, Dawn of the Dead, a co-op game. I don't think you can kill
Oh,
the
that
other
was
players.
a game too.
I think so. Yeah.
Huh.
I never had it. I think I remember seeing it advertised, but couldn't tell you. So, by the way, like now, when it comes to competitive games, right? Monopoly. Monopoly is a competitive game. My
Yeah.
Vivian, my friend Kenny's mother, a friend of my mother, invited me and my mother over. This is before I met you.
Oh.
Years ago for like a social.
Uh
It was to like meet people from her church group.
oh.
I was single. I was supposed to mingle. And she had us playing Monopoly. And guess what?
You're gonna whip the stuffings out of somebody. You're
I
gonna bankrupt this girl.
I
That
played
with.
to win, and I got a speech from Vivian. Who plays Monopoly like that? Anybody who wants to win. Yes, I am buying property that I know you need. You can trade for it. You can buy it from me, but you need it. I
Like your
got
mom
it.
plays that way.
Yeah.
She loves intercepting. I just like I can't help it. Just like
Rachel sucks her teeth. Fugly, film with one hand and hold the puppet in front. It will look like Felto was the puppet on the street reporter.
yes.
I don't know if I can answer. I've seen the puppet on the street reporter, and that guy, the puppeteer, does a great job keeping a straight face with some of those questions he asks, because he pretty much knows the answers he's going to get. I don't know how he does it. Yeah, Monopoly is the game that never ends. Oh my God, so fucking true. Oh God, I can't do it anymore. And part of our Monopoly set had wooden houses.
Oh really?
Yes, this goes back, and like pewter play pieces, so you could get your kids poisoned with lead. Fun to excess. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I still have a Dachshund Monopoly under the bed.
Oh, see, though that
it's I don't think it's opened because we just put it under the bed.
Yeah. Thank you. This is.
I'm not sure who gave that to us. Whether it was your parents or
my sister
or your sister. Yeah.
So let's say control the yellows and the greens. That whole corner. Yeah, going for the purples is overrated, but neither here nor there.
No, I was always going for the purples because they were the cheapest and the easiest to get. One and put to generate money quick because nobody was interested in it.
Nobody wants Baltic Avenue.
Like, nobody wants
Vernon Boulevard.
No. What were these ones called? No. Connecticut was the light blue, but these were the ones I can't remember the name of them now.
It's like nobody wants the slumlord buildings. Everybody wants the ones on Park Avenue.
Well, no, I bought the slumlord. I always went for that.
There you go. Fun to access. We used to play a homegrown version of
Everybody wants
Risk
Boardwalk.
called Nuclear Risk. Now, we used to have a lot of fun, my old gaming group, playing Nuclear War, Nuclear Acceleration, all those Flying Buffalo games.
Oh, I don't think I ever played
You
that.
didn't, because by the time you came along, my box had been crushed and the cards were all over the place. But oh my god, if you grew up in the era of we're gonna die, it's a fun one.
I enjoyed Paranoia. That was crazy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So first, Swords and Stones, welcome. Um, Rach got her opportunity to play Paranoia. Now, Paranoia is less about the game system, and it's more about the setting.
Mhm.
Uh, Gigantic Source. Did I get that right? Welcome. But Rach got to play that ShireCon 2024 and had a blast. Paranoia is a great convention game. It's a rough game to play as a steady, I don't know, ongoing
I
campaign
could
game.
see that ending friendships.
Yes. Uh, yes, Douglas. I remember they were being. I think they were kickstarted. I don't think I. You know what? You get to a certain point where you're like, do I need another game? I'm never gonna play. When you start going to conventions and just donating unopened boxes of games, you realize that maybe I don't need everything that makes me go ooh ah. Axis and Allies. I don't have a lifetime to play a game. I understand that that's one of those never. I know Risk is a never-ending game, but Risk also gets to the point where you go, all right, we can end it now, or we can play for the next 4 hours as I slowly grind you
Yes.
back to Australia.
That's why the minute the tables turned, the game was flipped.
What you're telling me is your brother never actually won.
Occasionally, if you let him.
Oh. Really, I don't want that. No, go ahead. I'll remove my armies. So don't even worry about it. That's okay.
It depended on how much you wanted to tweak them.
Ryan,
in the mood that day, you thought I'm winning.
Ryan Nikolai showing up late and gonna hop off in a second to put my little girl in bed. Here's my comment and like to support your work. Hopefully, I'll catch the next stream in full. Next stream, full stream will be Wednesday, I believe, as scheduled. But this is Rach and I simply just hanging out. We do this on every week, to let people know that we're real, you're real. That we
all go through stuff.
Yes, we have health issues. That we see more doctors than you can check. I see so many doctors, and I laugh about it, but it's like I have to be retired. Because how do you go to Agile? Thank you. Agile just tossed us a $9.99 super chat.
Thank you.
Thank you. Actually, that's probably going to go to the towards the super chat that we were talking about the other day. I think I found something. I'll probably mention it to you maybe tomorrow via Discord. But but people sometimes need that reminder. It isn't all arguing the gaming. It's living the life. Swords and Stones. Reality is a matter of perspective at 10 Cars Tavern. Yeah, it can be, but for us, I've connected to so many people in this community because of this very Saturday night live stream that Rach and I do, that have told me, hey, listen, it's like, it's like, oh, well, yeah, I have, they want me to wear one of those monitors, and I'm terrified. By the way, Rachel's terrified, but you won't touch guys.
I'll wear it, though.
But yeah, and you can get ones, by the way, that aren't prescription.
They're smaller.
But they pretty much do the same stuff. But
and they just have a different range that they measure.
Right, they're not as scientific. Uh, unto excess. I suppose you want us to like and subscribe, don't you? Well,
Always.
if you're commenting, you're subscribed because that's how my live streams are. I don't like the
Oh,
troll.
really? That's how
Yeah.
that works.
Yep.
Oh.
So here's and the reason is because before I set that to a minimum length, you don't have to subscribe for very long. It can be minutes. But before I did that, almost every episode, every live stream would have some Pono spammer, Marco Pono, coming in
Inappropriate.
and if yes, trying to leave inappropriate links. So the best way to combat that was to make sure people subscribe. So at least you have to go through the effort and then wait and like time out for like 5 minutes before you can do such. So you know, swords and stones. These channels are what keeps me fueled.
Oh.
I appreciate that. Trying to catch up on the chat. It's easier to talk to others into playing nuclear war than D&D. That is true. It's as much. We used to love Chaos Marauders. That was our go-to little card game back in the day. It was great for when you didn't have your full 5 or 6 players. You only had 4 show up. Chaos Marauders. That and a 6-pack for everybody. Just a little. There is a D&D Monopoly. I don't know. Agile, you're on your phone. That's dedication. Thank you, sir. On to success. Is it easier to find a woman who games or easier to cultivate, make your own? Rach?
Probably easier to cultivate and make your own.
Yeah. There are women.
There are women that do and have for their lifetime. You know, we know some.
Yes.
The ones that we know, they're all taken though.
Yes. But
other gamers found their way to them first.
I think that the secret to.
But yes, they can be cultivated.
Yes.
I enjoy to play.
I think you enjoy the community even more than.
Right.
Yeah.
Just the fun of like.
The socialization,
the
goofing around,
the goofing with the things, and the humor, and all that stuff.
I mean, I think conventions like North Texas have it right. They have a tradition where they have the spouses game.
Yeah, and it's okay. You can have a gamer wife. Yeah, I mean, and we do actually know some single.
Oh yeah,
hardcore gamers, but that are female.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then yeah, a lot, could be a good fit, but yeah, but us, the gamer wives are not a bad deal either.
Right. Well,
I think a lot of people are like me. I think they just feel intimidated by like the knowledge base about the rules and kind of what you do. Like we have another set of friends that the wife became a gamer. She was created, kind of, she didn't find her way to it on her own, I guess.
Right.
But, with her husband, she is very involved in gaming and running a lot of stuff in gaming, very logistical. And so, and organizing things.
Right.
But really enjoys playing. And plays more than just like the convention games like me.
Right.
So you can have a continuum, of different type of gamer wives.
Well, and
some gamer wives, they know, but I love you and I'll go with you.
Right.
And then the other gamer wives are like, yeah, oh, interesting. How do I play? What do I do? Or, that it's interesting and fun, but I'm not willing to invest the time in like fully reading and learning
which is
the
fine.
games, so like you need to, like, for me, like I need to be in games where people don't mind, someone who doesn't have the concept and doesn't feel insulted that there's
Right.
somebody there who is not as,
I mean,
like, I was in one game and there was a person who brought like a very large accordion file. And I was like, oh my God, he looks like he has some legal briefs in that. I was like, oh man, he's got this big file folder here. And, he wants to kill the kids in the funnel. And, I'm gonna. He's gonna want to kill me too.
And by the way,
have a lot of
he's one of the nicest people in gaming.
I didn't know that then.
She's talking about Dr. Dennis is there. Okay, the Matt Finch game, our first convention, and Dennis, because Matt ran a game where what happened at the last convention matters at this convention, and Dennis kept all his notes and his maps.
So he's got the years of history in there.
Yep.
So I'm like, oh no, I can't. I was like, this is disrespectful. I need to leave.
No, but
leaving would be more respectful.
But here's the thing, like 2014 was, I had run Rach through a Tunnels and Trolls solo, then I ran like I was a one-on-one. But in 2014, Rach went with me to North Texas with her idea of exploring Dallas. Doesn't work that way.
Yeah, it's like, oh, maybe I'll go see the grassy knoll and,
yeah,
whatever. But there's no trains there.
No.
I don't really do public transportation.
But like I signed Rach up to games that I either had DMs that I knew were going to be very welcoming and low key, and I found one game that was going to be just a very good GM, Tim Schneider, but a system that most people have forgotten, Time Master. And that was great because Rach had as much game knowledge as everybody else at the table but me and Tim. People went in there like blind, and that was perfect. So Rach wasn't.
Yeah, I was still nervous because people like they all like have this understanding of like a lot of pop culture stuff or Comic Con culture stuff. I don't really have that because like someone will make a certain reference. What is that? like a kaiju, right? I didn't know what a kaiju was until maybe last year or 2 years ago at the what do you call it, when you're going next week? TotalCon.
By the way, on To Access, does Rachel play in Eric's D&D games? And if so, does Rachel get DM spouse armor? Rachel will play in my Sword and Wizardry Light games at conventions.
Yeah.
And the funny part is that she usually loses her character sheet in between conventions, so she hasn't.
Well, I've been sending it with you, so You
should level up last time.
I was like, oh, we have to protect this. You hold it.
But no, she doesn't get spouse armor, but now she's going to be a second level character in the next game she plays in. But most of the party is going to be first, so it's not spouse armor, but it is an extra saving grace. But you've played.
Well, it depends on how he's feeling about me that day.
But
how bad I've
see, like I
busted his chops that day.
I run convention games differently than I run a game for an ongoing campaign. Because at a convention, you're paying to go to the convention. And in some conventions, you're paying extra for every game that you sign up for. And the thing is, I'm not going to kill you off unless you really demand it by being in the first half of the session. You should get at least that much of enjoyment. And I'm not going to you might die from your own stupidity, but you're not going to die from a goblin's arrow in those first 2 hours. Okay? Unless the goblin's arrow is due to your own stupidity. But that's another question. But that second half of the session, once we come back from that like bio break, the gloves come off and it gets a little bit rougher. I'm a little bit more of a stickler as to where the dice fall. It is what it is. But if it's a ongoing game, now Rach has never played in a campaign. Uh,
No, we were gonna. We were
right.
getting one started.
Just in
And then it just, we couldn't.
real life, just kind of.
Yeah, just life started getting down on everybody, and different things were pulling people away from it.
But Rach has gone through and she wanted to play Magic User one year, and I was like, okay, you can. I'm not saying you can't, but
I didn't really understand.
You're gonna be like a one-trick pony at first level, and she was like, oh. But I give her credit. After she cast a sleep spell, and then after she threw her daggers, she's like, "What's on my character sheet?
What can I kick ass with?"
Yes. What does an iron spike do? Well,
Can I beat somebody with it?
Yes, you can. So, I give her a lot of credit for that.
Because I had only played fighters before.
Right.
So I just defaulted to that.
Right.
Not that it was the best. Yeah.
It still worked. But and listen, that's part of successful relationships.
And then I was a Magic user more recently.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. It went well. I didn't try to, go outside my lane.
Douglas, Eric, that might be a good topic for a video. What are some preventable stupid things that players do, and how to teach them otherwise? Chubby, the funster is here.
Yay!
Yo, Greg, my OSC game starts in 25 minutes. What can I do to make the session better, Eric? Well, if it starts in 25 minutes at 9:15, not much I can do for you. Seriously. And Greg, you know this because we've been playing together for years. Use reaction rolls, use morale rolls. Okay, don't make everything a fight to the death, and don't make every encounter have to be a fight. That's the quickest. On to success. Real life gotten away. Set your priorities right. When we were younger, back when we were younger, when women were optional and gaming was not optional, that was kind of the deal, right? It's like, well, I'm gonna blow off work so I can play more D&D. But now that I'm older and I'm retired, I don't have to blow off work. I can. So, but my work is kind of like this channel. It's something I really enjoy. It's not going to make me rich and wealthy. Monetarily wise, it makes me rich and wealthy inside. So that is important, right? And if gaming ever becomes a chore, and I've said this, probably I've never said this on the channel, but I probably should. If you feel like you're going to a game session because even a bad game is better than no game, you've never been in a relationship. I'm going to tell you right now, a bad relationship, I'd rather be in no relationship. And if your game isn't giving you satisfaction, if you're not leaving it feeling like, hey, I had a great couple of hours, I relaxed a bit, I unwound, and it is what it is. Jerry, just failed to save.
And sometimes it can be like maybe that the game is not so great, or whatever is not so great about it. And then, but you love the people,
right? And that's different.
You stay going, but the game's gonna end, and you'll get onto a different game, and then everything will be, moving nicely again.
Right. But it's when you're like, oh, I hate my fellow players. I hate them, but I got to show up because gaming is gaming, and the game comes. Oh no, dude. Because that's just gonna learn. You got to learn to resent the game, everything along with it. Chubby, I ended the last session with the deranged death wife.
Oh no!
White plus druid lady, calling out for a lost lover. When a party found her, she asked if one of them was her lover. Since it's Valentine's Day, what to do, dude? That is awesome and scary at the same. Well, is Rob playing? Because Rob will just jump in there and kiss her, right? Then he kissed the wraith and died. I don't know. But that's I don't think that if I was one of the players, I might volunteer somebody else depending on my alignment. I'm like, oh no, he I think that's your husband, right? Rob is not in the party. Then you don't have a sucker. And I mean that with all due respect. Rob was playing his character, but yeah, you need somebody who would play like that. Jefferson Starship Trooper. Good evening, Princess Rachel and Lord Erik, and all the tavern goers. But that is a great way to leave your session hanging. And it says, I would rather be alone and lonesome than be in a relationship and still be lonesome.
Yes.
That is spot on. And Fugly, you wrote a song about Chubby's predicament. Um, I'm afraid to ask. I really am. How you had that to pull out of your pocket, I just don't know.
Maybe he could sing it for us.
Well, no, because yeah, how's he gonna sing it for us? He's in the chat.
Can you send him a link?
Look at that. See, Chubby, you're on the spot now. And Fugly, you're really on the spot now. Okay, because I know how to raise Fugly up, and I don't know if Fugly wants to be put on that spot. I wouldn't I wouldn't do it to him. But behind the scenes, Fugly records it. I'll make sure Chubby gets a copy.
Oh, cool.
But no, I mean. Oh, he goes, I gave it to a friend. She recorded it. So you see, it's not.
Oh, that's cool.
So something appropriate. Go figure. But, I mean, you can just. I don't know how to put this, but a couple of years ago, our niece, Shannon, had some words of wisdom about Auntie and Uncle. And what were those words of wisdom, Rach? It was around the holidays.
Oh, yes. She made a Christmas card for the two of us together. But yet, her grandparents, she made a separate one for each.
Right.
She said they get one because they are like one person.
Right. So I think that we mutually chose well. I mean, we had our families telling us that too.
Yeah.
Chubby, I'm thinking about having the death wife walk towards them, offering true love. But there's a 30-foot gaze attack that will kick in before they can lock lips. You're a bastard. Okay, but you're an old school bastard. Even though you're a youngin' compared to most of us. There you go. Okay, just saying. Just saying. That's I mean, in the case where Rob kissed the water Nixie or Nyrad or whatever the heck it was, I mean that I talk about telegraphing danger. That danger was telegraphed very well. None of us needed to, except for the fact that it was Rob. You know. So I would say if I was your players, I'd run away.
Wow.
And if I couldn't run away quick enough, I'd trip somebody and then run away. I'm just saying. Just trying to play it effectively. And by the way, when I say I trip somebody, run away, that's more likely in a convention game where you don't have any real friendships. You just kind of like, I'm playing my character. He's a chaotic asshole. It's what he do. Do that in your regular group in an ongoing campaign. You might be disinvited. Just saying. Chubby, I've never seen Erik ever attack PvP. That is true. You have not. And because in the ongoing campaign amongst your friend, PvP is going to be you're on the way out.
What's a PvP?
Player versus player.
Oh.
He's too much of a softie. Listen, I've had as a DM, I've had TPKs. Um, sometimes a TPK is a fine way to end the campaign. Certainly climatic enough, but I can be a softie at times. I can also be someone who doesn't pay attention to lore dumps. Future warning to anybody who runs a game that I'm a player in. If you've got a lore dump and it's longer than a paragraph, I'm probably not going to get it. Chubby, I had the players
Are
here.
these verbal lore dumps?
Yeah,
or is shit you have to
yeah. It's
read?
for no. You gotta play it out.
Yeah, usually I can
I
manage
gotta.
that.
I'd rather have it written down and I'll just
No,
refer
no,
to
no.
it at my own pace.
No, I like the
See different.
storytelling.
See different players. Chubby, I had the players hearing the death wives babbling about a lost lover as I climbed up the mountain path to the temple. So I did my job of telegraphing. That is awesome. That is, and that is, again, when you telegraph and you've given them ample warning, and the players still go, you know what? I've got a fork. I want to stick it into that socket and see what happens. And you've already given one. Oh yeah, it sparks. It looks like it might. You every once in a while you'll see a little bit of a light electricity going on.
So she's not a death wife for nothing.
Right. He's warned. He gave them the warning as they were coming up the path that she was babbling about a lost lover. I mean, yes, they should. Normal adventurers would go, maybe, or maybe not. But at least they're not walking into it blindly. It's not a gotcha. And when you get them with something like that, they can't go, we didn't know. Dude, how many people babble about a lost lover talking to themselves like, all I do is put one into this. As their head gets singed by a fireball in their kitchen. That's a job I actually went to. All I do is put one into these. And it was 2 hairspray cans, aerosol, because it was, almost 30 years ago. And she took the spray caps off each one, so you just had the little hose nozzle.
Yes.
And then she was gonna take from the one and put. All I do is put one into the other. It didn't.
It can't.
Rach.
Yes.
It can't. But when your kitchen has a gas stove with an on 24/7 pilot light, and you spend 10 minutes putting one into the other.
Man.
And I'm saying
she was in one of those places that still had the pilot light.
Yes.
Oh man.
So
I was so scared of that when I moved here.
I'm gonna kill you, Reg. But in any case, by the way, I'm doing a bad Hispanic accent because she didn't speak any English. My partner spoke Spanish, and she was muttering to herself. She looked like a scene from Bugs Bunny where the bomb goes off in their face and it's all sooted up, and the hair is blown back, and there's a lot of like hair singed. You can smell that singed hair as you got in there.
Oh, that's a horrible scent.
And she was muttering to herself in Spanish. All I do, and she still had her hand. She still had her hands in front of her. But they weren't quite the bottles, right? But they were just holding the all I do is put one into the other. All I do. Yes, lore dumps can be too long. When the GM says, "Are you sure?" Chubby, I love how even Eric's dead are yentas. Listen, I'm a New Yorker. Everybody's a yenta, even as Gentiles for yenta. Douglas, in one of our first sessions back in 1977, there was a hole in the wall with runes around it. or something way back and way back in there. Of course, some character stuck his whole arm in and promptly lost the arm.
Ooh.
Well, that's like Tomb of Horrors, right? The goblin head, the gargoyle head with the sphere of annihilation in its mouth. I was too soft to GM. I just used that to remove somebody's crown of might because yes, I gave away artifacts back in my teen days and removed that from their head. And like, you can't do that. They don't get destroyed. I didn't say it was destroyed, but it's no longer on your head. Chubby, with Roll20, I put the lore dumps in a handout note, and the players can reference it forever. That is the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I think I prefer like sometimes to have the verbal before, like I guess so that I have what I need and I don't have to
read it.
Like, yeah, so they don't have to like read everything, like a crazy lot of small stuff, like in front of people, like at a convention.
Oh yeah, here for those that are new, Rach is legally blind, so you might not realize that. And if you meet her at a convention, and the two of us are across the room from each other, and you hear me whistling.
But you don't do that much anymore since the guy was whistling. And then I was like, oh.
She went to the wrong guy.
I started going close towards this one guy. I was like, that's not my husband.
That's not my... Chubby says, well, Roll20 should add a functionality for the vision impaired where they can click a big button and it will read the note out loud. That would make way too much sense.
Oh, that's a great idea.
And I mean, going back, oh God, nearly a decade, certainly way before COVID, we were talking to one or two others about projects for the vision impaired. It just never, never got to.
Well, it will one day.
Yeah,
it will soon. I think because of the aging population that's involved in gaming.
Yeah.
Like as people age, they some people, a lot more people get the low vision that really needs those kinds of assists. So
the Reader's Digest version.
Oh yeah.
It's got the bigger print, and
that's what I had. The big print Reader's Digest when I was a kid.
Stephen Fowler. One of my friends' PCs died in the Devil's Mouth from Tomb of Horrors. Laugh out loud. We thought it was a passage, and so we tied a rope to our ranger's waist, and he jumped in. Yep. Yeah. No. I thought I was being nice by only removing the artifact from their head, but I was told in no uncertain terms, artifacts can't be destroyed that way. And I was like, all right, well, it's no longer on your head. Well, then how did it get destroyed? Listen, either it's no longer on your head or your head is no longer on your shoulders. Which do you prefer? Either way, you don't have the artifact. The player asked what he saw, and the DM was like, well, all you see is black. The infinite of infinite. Douglas Pearson, Phobia. Hi, yes. Sessions later, the character tried to attack Vecna's hand to his shoulder. The DM let it work. I'm still laughing. It would be a little stubby, but yes. It could be a problem. Yes, Craig. I know. The Yenta. What? You don't. When you live in New York City long enough, you will learn to experience it. You will become assimilated. Is she loving her stick?
She is. She's got her back to us and everything now. She was chewing it just so politely before, like between her paws.
I'm a good girl.
She's just like,
it's getting to the point where they're gonna take it away from me. I need to turn my back to them.
Yeah.
I know it. They're gonna
She's
make
like,
me.
I gotta finish this right quick.
They're gonna be bad.
But she did. I was surprised this little one is lasting so long. Because the one that she got for completing class was like that big. And she, yeah, that big. And she like chowed that down in an hour. I left her with it. We ate dinner out here. And I went back, that was gone.
Like, where the
There was
hell?
not a trace of it.
Where the hell did
How
that
puppy.
go? So our little girl had puppy playtime today,
Yes.
and it's amusing because believe it or not, she was the biggest dog of the three puppies,
Yeah.
and there was
I would say that Queenie was probably her height,
but not maybe,
but more thin.
yeah, because she was a pincher.
Yeah.
But there was a mini micro poodle.
Yeah.
I mean, weighs 4 pounds. If she's, I didn't quite believe it, but okay. But
Oh, I believed it because she was very light.
I thought she weighed less.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She was so light.
But it was funny because our girl and her were playing, and our girl she's like jumping on top of her, knocking her, and then she decided that, oh, you know what? I gotta let you get some time in. So it was like watching pro wrestling. The other dog
would, it's your turn to jump at my face.
Yeah. So the other dog would like jump in her face and like do her swat, and she go, oh, I got swatted. I gotta fall on my side and wait here for you to jump on me. It was like watching pro wrestling. It really was.
Cute.
Actually, that's a good question. What is in the Big Apple that is worth the big city problems to experience?
Oh, what does that mean? What keeps us here?
What keeps us
Kind of
here?
thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's multiple reasons. Besides the fact that I was a New York City cop, so I lived in the city where I worked, which happened to be convenient.
And I worked here in the city.
Right.
Well.
Mass transit is one thing.
I need the mass transit.
Is it perfect? No. But Rach doesn't drive. Okay. So if she needs to go certain places, she has the opportunity to use the bus or the subway. We're close to both.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Medical care. Now, that being said, are all of our doctors in the confines of like Queens or Manhattan? No, some are in
More of mine are,
but
and yours,
right?
But both of ours are out.
Yeah, we have in Nassau County, literally just over the border. One doctor's office is literally a half block outside of New York City. Okay, so medical care is second to none in the metropolitan area, not just New York City.
Yeah.
Could we move out to to Long Island and have great medical care? Yes.
Yes.
And shitty mass transit. Just saying. Okay, Chubby has an answer for us, right? You ready? Erik likes New York City because of the pleasant smells. Now, when you say that, Greg, I think of New York City Housing Authority elevators in the summertime. In the summertime, where the smell of feces is human. And by the way, and the urine has marinated for days. Wonderful people. Actually, I've seen the best and the worst people in New York City.
Yeah.
So there are some. I can tell you some stories from literally from 9/11, which just blew my mind about the grace in people.
Yeah.
Friendly attitudes. And New Yorkers are friendly. They just don't have patience, Greg.
Yes.
That's the issue, and the quiet. All right. So true story. Okay. Rach spent a lot of time in the Bronx before coming here.
Yes.
And
I lived in the Bronx for 15 years.
Yes.
Before moving to Queens here.
And then we are dating, and she goes to the Poconos. And one of the first things she told me when she was in the Poconos is, so damn quiet at night. I mean, you hear a truck going by, quarter of a mile away down Route 6, but you hear it barreling up the road, up the hill, and you're like, in New York, you hear 2 o'clock in the morning. I hear cars going down my street,
Yes.
sirens in the background. We got the Long Island Railroad where something is running constantly. Then we have a freight railroad, quarter mile
Or
past
a
that.
helicopter looking for
Yeah.
somebody.
So, yes, you can't believe the peace and quiet you can find in Manhattan. We're in Queens, dude. Fuck Manhattan. Okay, I worked in Manhattan. Wouldn't want to live there.
I lived there for 2 years in graduate school.
Mhm.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed working in Manhattan. I would not enjoy uh, living in Manhattan. That would make me claustrophobic on a general level.
I enjoyed Manhattan, yeah.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the Bronx too a lot, which, I was
Right.
there for 15 years and I could afford it.
Douglas, conversely, what is so great about the rural living that is worth the inconvenience of living there? Gotta say, love it. Listen, the only thing for me that rural living would lack is the medical specialties. Because I believe me,
Yes.
I've looked it up because my parents have a place in the Poconos, and we thought at one point about maybe just making that transition.
Mm-hmm.
And Rach would have, I would be the official driver, and we've been doing that. So we would have adjusted, but post 2020, the number of doctors I got specialists, an endocrinologist, a nephrologist, cardiologist, podiatrist.
Yeah.
All right.
After 2023 for me.
Yeah. So
Became Dr. Central.
right. So nephrologist, I'd have to nothing in area of the Poconos. It's like an hour and a half drive.
At least, yeah.
Possibly same for an endocrinologist. I mean, so you in our case, it's like, well, medical care. Stephen, try someplace in Colorado that doesn't have mass transit. After 14 years in Austria, wow.
Oh,
Both
wow.
mass transit and healthcare are light years ahead of the U.S.
Yes.
And I realized I was freer there than here.
Yes. I would love to try a European country of some sort.
If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere. Fully. Chubby, I got to run. Death wives need me to provide them a path to love on this fine day of Valentine's. Be good, Chub. Douglas, almost every night I hear the owls and coyotes in the Milky Way. It's spectacular. Oh,
Yeah, we don't get to see that because there's too much light pollution
here in the city. I've seen the Milky Way up in the Poconos.
Yeah.
I scratched my father's car up when I was younger by sitting on the hood, so I could lean back on the windshield and look at all the lights. New York City, the lights in the sky. Sausage Head, New York City, pizza.
Oh, pizza! Yes.
You can't come close to New York City pizza. Chinese food, yes.
Yes.
Now I found decent Chinese food in the Poconos, but I found really bad Chinese food in the Poconos. You can find China. I found bad Chinese food in the South Bronx as a rookie, but you still ate it because nothing else was open. Right. Medical expertise is closer to me than to drive through the city for you, I'll bet. I can go to my doctors out in Long Island. Most of them are 30 minutes or less. Mm-hmm. I'm anal. I leave 50 minutes ahead of time, so I have padding. But Rachel has some appointments in Manhattan that are just a pain in the ass. And there's the congestion tolling on top of that.
Right. So. It's more expensive now.
Death Angel, I love living in the country. If I need something medical, I'm not that far away from anything, but not in the city. And that's fair enough.
I guess you have to
balance it.
Strategically locate yourself.
One thing I will say that New York City has that even our suburbs don't have. We have 24/7 EMS and 24/7 fire department, not volunteers. Yes. So that certainly does help. I'm not talking about law enforcement. I'm just talking about rescue services that are paid professionals, and the volleys do the great work. And I've dealt with them. That I'm not complaining about any of that. It's just that the volleys got to go from their job or their home to the truck to the emergency, right? Uh, New York City, they're at the firehouse. They're dressed and ready to go. Their call response is pretty good. Again, it's a balance.
Knock wood, may
Yes,
stay that way.
yes. Unto excess boils down to you don't have to go someplace else to know you like where you started out. And here's the
Yeah.
thing. We're in New York City. I enjoy the Poconos. Could I see myself living up there? Yes, but with a lot of caveats. A lot of caveats. Uh, Death Angel, I won't use mass transit given the option. Okay. I mean, given the option,
Well, you have an option.
yeah.
That's
If you want
the luxury of it.
you generally speaking, New York City, Manhattan especially with the congestion pricing, is almost verboten to drive in. I've done it,
Yeah.
but I don't enjoy the extra $10 toll in addition to the toll you're paying to get in, and what a pain in the ass. Oh, Joseph Poconos. We often take a long weekend near Lake Harmony. Okay.
Where's that now? Is that
I'm
to the
south of us. Yes, we are Hawley.
In
So
Honesdale.
Hawley, but we're actually in Hawley.
In the town of Hawley.
So Lake Wallenpaupack would be our lake. 26 miles around, the largest man-made lake in Pennsylvania. Douglas. When I lived in Garden City, Kansas, population 25,000. They had 4 Vietnamese restaurants.
Mm.
Also, my medical is only 20 minutes away.
Mm.
Death Angel, I lived in a subdivision that had 100,000 people in it back in Florida.
Mm.
So, these are all, it's
interesting to hear where people are living.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what setups and, what they have close to them.
So, like, we are, at the moment, we are solidly in New York City. Before COVID hit, we were talking about buying property in the Poconos.
Yeah.
But literally the weekend before COVID hit and shut everything down, or a week and a half, we were ready to place an offer on something, and then it's like, oh, the world's coming to an end.
We'd actually made an offer, they refused it, and we were considering going back with another one. But then the world shut down, and then we were like, I guess this is a sign.
Yep, I guess not.
Yeah.
I never heard of the Oklahoma Panhandle referred to as the surface of the moon, but that's interesting.
Why? What is it? Is it deserty like?
Flat, I guess.
Flat.
Sausage Head. Doesn't New York City have a lot of shops you can find items you can't find anywhere else?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yes, and cuisine that you can't really find anywhere else.
Unto Excess and the Little Apple, our local transit buses have no firearm signs on the door.
Oh, yeah.
I refuse to ride their vehicles. Yeah, we have whole areas of the city that have no firearm signs.
Yeah. But he doesn't have to worry about that because,
I fall under the retired PD exclusion. So, yes. But, I mean, that's all, it's all a give and take. I mean, Pennsylvania has an open carry law. A weird open carry law, because the moment you step into your vehicle and take a seat, you are now considered to be concealed. So you can open carry, but you got to walk everywhere. The Oklahoma Panhandle, there's no there. During a 6-year drought, it really was the surface of the moon. Also, Nebraskans, football fans, look askance at Oklahoma. Sausage Head, just north of Boston. Ocean, 10 minutes away. Mountains in New Hampshire, 1.5 miles away. And deep wilderness in Maine, 4.5 miles away.
That sounds like a nice place.
Yeah, we know a few retired. We know a retired copper too from Boston.
Boston, yeah.
And maybe I'll see some at TotalCon.
Yeah, I would expect that you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, we've gone into overtime. It is 9:25 almost. Wow. Really appreciate everybody.
Thank you so much for being with
listen,
us.
it's Valentine's Day, and no, we didn't go out. You know, we ordered Taco Bell in. That was out. That was my wife's treat.
It's very romantic.
And Rach got her Valentine's Day gift
weeks ago.
So if you look behind us, if you look behind my head, you might see one or two roses. We have a tradition, and I've been doing this
since we were recording. It's a jeweler called I Hate Steven Singer.
Well, it's right? Called Steven Singer's Jewelers.
I thought the whole thing
was... But the website is I Hate Steven Singer.
Oh, okay.
And it's a jeweler.
It's Steven Singer Jewelers, and he makes these dipped roses. So I guess like I'm not sure whether they dip it in resin and then they dip it in the gold. But they're gold dipped roses. And you know, each year we get like a new color or a new color combination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
some of them are sparkly, some of them are like a gradient kind of like the one I got this year. It goes from like pink to a purple or a red to a purple. No, it goes purple, red, orangey kind of because it's supposed to be like a sunset rose. Yeah.
But she has a nice collection.
Yeah.
So this is
all really beautiful.
So and Rach will tell you I'm not much of one for surprises either way. So when it gets delivered, it's like here. It's not like, well, gee, thank you, but it's only February 2nd. It's like, all right, cool. I got my rose. So that's
it did. It came the day that we took the doggy for her post-op checkup.
Yeah. So I mean that's just part of it. But thank you to everybody. Yes. You all have been awesome. Thank you for spending your Valentine's Day evening with us. Next live stream was probably Wednesday. Next video should be tomorrow afternoon.
You don't have anything tomorrow night?
Do you want me to have something tomorrow night?
No, I was just curious.
But folks, thank you so much. I really do. You're all appreciated. And we'll catch you probably in a week and a day.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm at TotalCon next week. It's going to throw the live streams off. But thank you. Well, hey, Sunday will be video recording day. But it's okay.
All right.
My wife's tolerating.